Hey guys, and welcome to a showdown featuring two awesome lads. On the left hand side we have Stefan06 up against Zypher on the right, and it is a battle of the pointy ears as the Wood Elves, under the guise of the Heralds of Ariel, shall be taking it to the battlefield up against the High Elf Legions. Should be a really good fun game. I'm actually a big fan of both of these builds because they have some quite unique qualities to them, and in particular this Wood Elf build has won my heart over by seeing the glorious Hawk Riders in the skies. Now I know Hawk Riders for a lot of people are considered quite cheesy just because they have bad memories of like 5 Hawk Riders sniping characters and stuff, but 1 or 2 coming in is always a bucket ton of fun in my opinion because they have a devastating charge and also some cheeky little poke from the skies. So we have double Hawk Riders in a vanguarded position here, and down on the ground we have triple Deepwood Scouts that can bring the pain from afar. Backing them up is a load of Dryads, which I had mixed feelings about in this matchup because they all get absolutely dumpstered by Silver and Guard, but likewise they're a little bit quicker than Eternal Guard and can push into that back line, often something you need to do up against the High Elf forces. Double Eternal Guard on the ground here as well, alongside a Tree Man. Oh, hell yeah! The last march of the Ents. It looks like he's the last Ent, but he's coming in for absolute vengeance, blood, and glory. Excited to see how the Tree Man performs today. And up in the skies, we actually have a Glade Lady coming in with her net as well as Arrows of Kurnos, and a Spellslinger of Life with Earthblood and Dwellers below. She's so cool riding the Eagle with like 2 legs over one side. It's really awesome as well that Dwellers below has become quite meta now when it was forgotten for so long a time. For the forces of the High Elves, it's kind of Zypher's classical way of playing. He plays like this quite a bit, and it's a bucket ton of Shadow Warriors. So 1, 2, 3, 4 Shadow Warriors along the main battle line, and then insane amounts of cavalry. So we do have Illyrian Reavers on the flank, Dragon Princes, Silver Helms, you name it, we've got it here. So a load of Silver Helms, a load of Dragon Princes, and Reavers as well. And up in the skies, we do have Alariel the Radiant herself coming in with Tempest. Going to be very nice at catching the Glade Lady unawares and the Hawk Riders, Earthblood, and Star of Avalon. Now, it's pretty crucial she comes in with that Tempest because there's plenty of potential that she's going to get sniped out in the air. But with Tempest to slow down fools and then catch them with the Shadow Warriors, she can certainly do a really lovely job at protecting herself. Cavalry is going to start to stream forward. Deepwood Scouts are picking apart the Reavers with a bit of help here from the Hawk Riders. Not a bad target to get off. They've only got 40 armor, so getting them away from the battlefield as quickly as possible can be quite nice. And the Deepwood Scouts will trade relatively okay into the Shadow Warriors if they know how to juke back and forth. It looks like the Shadow Warriors are shooting and retreating, whereas the Deepwood Scouts are currently holding their ground, but now they start to pull back as they take a little bit of poke damage here. More shots do rain in. It looks like they're actually going after... Oh no, they are going after the Shadow Warriors still, doing some pretty decent damage. But in comes that nasty Tempest. It is just going to catch the Glade Lady. So it does luckily miss the Spellslinger of Life. But this is going to be a load of damage coming in now for the Glade Lady. She does have her own nets though, so they can counter-punish this a little bit on Alariel if she gets a little bit too overextended here. Dragon Princes going to do the rather nasty thing of lowering their lances into some unarmed foes and just charge straight onto the Dryads. Don't push through super heavily. Dryads, of course, were braced, and the Dragon Princes are now going to start to take a little bit of damage, but nothing too much. Hawk Riders getting a rear attack in here to pin these guys in place would actually be really nice and buy time for Eternal Guard to push up. Elsewhere on the battlefield, you see Cavalry is slamming into the Dryads, and Reavers have gone onto the back now into the Deepwood Scouts. Do we see... Oh no, okay, I thought he was going to do the plan there of the Hawk Riders, but still, we do get a lovely Prevanov Raymer go down on the Dragon Princes. Star of Avalon's going to counterpunch that, but a load of fire is coming in, and the Eternal Guard need to get on their moving boots here. I suppose they are deciding to drive forward now. Should be able to shut down the Dragon Princes relatively effectively. Elsewhere in the battlefield, it's a bit of a mess. The Cavalry's doing a really good job just charging down the Dryads in the front, and the Deepwood Scouts have been hounded and harassed. You can see Silver Helms, Dragon Princes all starting to swoop in and shut down the range potential of this Elvish build. Lariel's even getting down and dirty in combat. Hawk Riders done some decent damage so far, up to 10 kills. Could be used aggressively as well to hunt down Alariel in combat. Wouldn't mind seeing that whatsoever. Ancient Tree Man is unfortunately struggling to find a home up against such a fast mobile build, and can't really catch any of the enemy units. Lovely Dwellers does go down on the Dragon Princes. They've taken some pretty big damage there. You can see the HP is dropping quickly, and it is at least going to punish them for abusing these poor Dryads on the ground. Ancient Tree Man not too happy with the Dragon Princes so far. Deepwood Scouts can be raining in some parting shots, and it looks like they may be getting forced off here. And now the Glade Lady is going to land a big old pigeon amongst the cats, it would seem, as the Dragon Princes are still relatively healthy. Hawk Riders are trying their best to whittle them down, so they don't have that much AP with their missile shots. And now you can see Shadow Warriors are counter-skirmishing them, dragging down the Eagles from the skies Still 14 models though, and a cheeky Earthblood will be able to keep them nice and topped up. And the Shadow Warriors are starting to run relatively low on ammunition at this point. Beautiful play so far by Zypher to really use the cavalry to its max effectiveness. I bet you at the end of this battle we're going to look at the Dryades and they basically have no value on them because the cavalry has been so juicy. It looks like the spell Singer of Life is hunting down Alarielle now, and she does get caught in a net, which is good news if the Glade Lady can get up here and assist at the same time. We're also going to see a Power Stone go down, although there are Shadow Warriors moving and rotating around the combat because they couldn't shoot because Alarielle was netted in place in front of them. Now they're on that flank, they can rain in shots, and it's going to be hard to miss the double eagle up in the sky. Earthblood in anticipation of the Shadow Warriors coming in is going to mean these guys get healed up and absorb some of that bow fire, but Alarielle is able to escape, which is really bad news here for the Wood Elf forces. Eternal Guard does get caught between Dragon Princes, and I think that's just more Dragon Princes. Yeah, that is not a good place to be. You can be anti-large all you want. If you've got this amount of weight and like heavily armoured lances and horses pounding down upon you, you don't stand much chance. And the Eternal Guard again absolutely roasted here, isolated and deleted. Hawk Riders are going to counter-charge in, trying to stabilize the situation. You are not alone, we are here to help. The Eternal Guard do not hear them, and they do unfortunately flee. And now the Dragon Princes are going to be healed up, likewise is Alarielle, and that's going to be pretty huge, because that's probably going to save them as a big Arrows of Kronos comes in, clipping Alarielle. She didn't get that crucial healing. She could have been in big trouble. Now, the spell Singer of Life has been fought off in the back. Shadow Warriors are shooting her down. Glade Lady is rotating away and still relatively healthy with some ammunition left. So could maybe poke down Alarielle from range if the game does get drawn out. Hawk Riders both are back, but have used up all their ammunition. And somehow the Tree Man catches Shadow Warriors, which is hilarious, considering they're like 40 speed, and he is 35. But he's stomping on them right now, having a whale of a day. Up to 23 kills, so he has finally been able to get into combat. And it's going to come down to, do the High Elves actually have enough to kill the Tree Man? I mean, we saw decent ammunition here. 5 volleys and 5 volleys should be enough to do it. But they're kind of being feasted upon by the Tree Man. If the Hawk Riders come out here and finish off these Shadow Warriors, what's going to kill the Tree Man? Dragon Princes are still struggling to take down the Eternal Guard. It looks like the last prey has gone down on Alarielle. She's going to be able to get up in the skies. But the Glade Lady is going to try to take that engagement, which is probably the best thing to do. I mean, I'd probably shoot 1 or 2 shots before moving to hand-to-hand combat personally. But hey, you got to try and roll that RNG dice now and see which one comes out on top. As Alarielle, does get quite a lot of healing done so far, but she does start to lose in the RNG front in the skies. The Tree Man is pushing forward, and the Hawk Riders have been finished off with the remaining Shadow Warrior ammo, which does leave the Tree Man absolutely free to take that fight. Now, Alarielle's going to start running away. This is only going to work for so long. Oh no! The Glade Lady decides to land and try to assist the Eternal Guard, which I would normally agree with, but now she's down here with the Dragon Princess. She had a free kind of kill on Alarielle almost, and now is trying to get up in the skies, but she's pinned in place by the heavily armored Dragon Princes. These are heavy war horses of Ulthuan. They're not going to get brushed aside by a big old eagle, and it looks like the Glade Lady is now going to be heavily losing this combat, taking a load of rear attacks from Alarielle, and that is a disaster for the Wood Elves, as it looks like the Glade Lady may be finished off here. But the Tree Man doth stand, and as long as the Tree Man stands, there is hope. The biggest problem for him is going to be his leadership. His lord has just died. We have a little look here at his leadership values. It is not good. Not good whatsoever. So many negatives. 16 for Lord. Attacked in the rear. If the Tree Man holds, maybe it has enough punch about it. And it connects a massive swinging slap to the face of Alarielle and her eagle. So much damage going in, down to 930 HP. Dragon Princes are decent AP, I suppose, but no anti-large to help pull apart the Tree Man. And he is really doing a number on them right now. The horses are ruined up, but will he break 9 leadership? He is stable just about as Alarielle once again falls back. We could see a big tear-out start to go down on all these units as well. I don't believe Alarielle brought her immune to psychology ability. And it looks like Tree Man, though, is going to receive yet another charge. If he can kill Alarielle, get that lucky RNG, this game could flip on its head in a matter of seconds, because a lot of these units are starting to wave. You can see Tree Man is holding firm, whereas the Silver Helms are terrified and broken. The Dragon Prince is getting very beat up as well, and it leaves just the Shadow Warriors in combat against the mighty beast of Athalorum. We do have more Shadow Warriors who can return, though, in the distance. Is there anything else that can return for the Wood Elves? It does not look likely. There's 16 Eternal Guard there. Tree Man is trying his best. He is slapping his opponents left, right, and centre. Up to 55 kills so far. Alarielle is floating around, and she's probably going to have to commit to this fight, I think. Going round to the rear. This is a lovely play by Zypher if he's doing what I think he's doing. So you move around to the rear of the tree man and then attack that way. It takes time for the tree man to rotate through this massive unit, and that means that you can easily get back and fall away, kind of fall back again into the skies and cycle charge even more. But it looks like that wasn't his intention. I thought he was trying to pull that move off there. Dragon Princes are starting to struggle here. It looks like this unit is broken once more, and a tear out really is a possibility right now. These guys, no, they've just got the martial prowess. Yeah, they don't have that immune to psychology thing gone down. Earthblood is going to hold them up, and now Alariel swoops, and that swoop is enough to instantly shatter the tree man there and force a valiant defeat for the forces of the Wood Elves. Very well played, though. That was an epic game between Stefano06 and Zypher. Very close stuff, and a really awesome work by both these players. The Glade Lady dying at the end may have cost it, I'm not sure. I mean, if she was able to just stay flying in the sky and put all of that ammo into Alariel, it might have been a different story. But hey, these are the decisions we make during the battle, and it wasn't a bad one. If the Eternal Guard had stabilized and they could have broken off the Dragon Princes, Stefano wins. So it's a very, very close game all around. Awesome stuff. Hope the commentary was all good and clear. I have just finished streaming for about 4 hours in a row there, but I'm trying to get a load of videos done in advance because I am going away, so I apologise if it wasn't quite as energetic as usual, but I really enjoyed it nonetheless, and I hope you guys did too. If you did, make sure to leave a big fat thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought of the battle. There are links in the description to my Patreon where you can support me, my Discord where you can submit replays, just like Stefano06 did here today, or links to my Twitch channel where I plan to do even more streams. I will be doing a Twitch stream, I believe, on Friday next. Well played to both these lads. It was certainly good fun, so let's delve into this. The Glade Lady, 2,325 damage value. Beautiful stuff. And also, massive shout out to Stefano. Not many people like to send in losses, but he saw a fantastic game and he sent it in, so I really do appreciate it. Anyway, 2.3k damage value on the Glade Lady. Beautiful play of her. Such a powerful warrior. And it's kind of cool to see her played again, considering Sisters of Twilight have kind of overshadowed them a little bit. Spellslinger Life, 1.3k damage value, being used really aggressively, which is how I like to see these Spellslingers used. They pack a punch in combat. You've got to be careful and pick the right engagements. There's so much value they can give, and a really nice Dwellers Below on the Dragon Princes came in pretty clutch. Drives got thumped. Not a single one paying for themselves, which is unfortunate, but it's what the cavalry do, and they lance them down. Deepwood Scouts, 900 damage value, 540 and 530. Really isn't too shabby considering he was up against so much cavalry, and he managed to protect them for a relatively long time there. Hawk Riders, 800 damage value and 955. The Tree Man, 1.6k with a decent amount of HP left, wasn't quite able to clutch it in the end. 1,000 damage value on the Eternal God and 725. They did such work against that cavalry. As for Zypher, love the play. I really like watching Zypher's high elf games. He brings some really fun stuff. 1.3k damage value on the Alariel. Tempest Spin, super useful. 1.1k, 1.6k, 1.1k, and 900 on the Shadow Warriors, performing amazing. The Reavers, 170 and 420 damage value, so less good. The Silver Helms, 829 and 1,298 damage value, 121 kills. Really good stuff from the Silver Helms. Dragon Princes, just shy of 1.3k value, 1.1 and 1k. Big kills, 85, 95, 107. Beautiful cavalry play there by Zypher. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, peace, peace. And as always, stay awesome.